Mind, body, and spirit. What if there was a way to pull all of that together and heal ourselves without the pain, huh? It's Malcolm Out Loud. Welcome to a Brink Thinking segment. Again, how do we take an average idea and make it an extraordinary idea? How do we take an average thought and just make it the leap, if you will? Get out of your comfort zone. Do something different. I got something today for you. Pranic healing. Have you ever heard the term pranic healing? P-R-A-N-I-C. Pranic healing is a kinder, gentler form of energy healing. And I have with me someone I just met a bit ago, and just thrilled to have her with me, Nicole Fouché. Nicole, hi.
Nice to meet you.
Good to have you here. And Amethyst Health is your business.
Yes.
And now let's tell people up front, you're from South Africa.
Correct.
You moved here 18 months ago, I think you told.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, into the States. And what brought you? That's a transition. Was it? I know you had a thriving practice there, and I know that this is very well looked at. We're going to tell you what pranic healing is just ahead here. But was there a personal reason or a professional or?
A little bit of both. Professionally, both my husband and I were doing exceptionally well in South Africa. Unfortunately, a little bit of the political climate and crime started impacting on us way too personally, and specifically on my children, who were very young at the stage. And we decided to take a leap of faith and go and explore bigger and better America, and here we are.
I like it, a leap of faith. That immediately qualifies you, young lady. So, no, it really was a leap of faith, right?
It was. We literally picked a state off the map. We wanted somewhere that was relaxed, close to the sea, good quality of life, and yeah, that was.
And she
Florida.
picked right near Mr. Out Loud. How can that be? How bad can that be? So, all right, let's get into pranic healing, okay? And tell folks, for those who don't know, and I just learned myself a little bit about it, and I really love what I'm hearing about this thing. So let's get to the point of, Brink Thinking again is making the leap forward, getting out of your comfort zone, doing something a little unusual. Now, when people have anxiety, stress, an ache, a pain, a problem, whatever it is in life, okay, they typically are going to go to the normal means, the doctors, the chiropractors, the shrinks, the whatever it is. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what you're saying is no, right? You're saying look at another alternative possibly, or no?
I'm saying look at a complementary treatment as well.
Okay.
So we're not here to replace any traditional medical treatment. There are some people that need it. But pranic healing as a system complements every other form of healing. So you can get clients that are very happy doing chiropractic and pranic healing, doing traditional Western medicine and pranic healing. So the two actually go hand in hand very, very nicely.
So when someone comes to you, what's going on in their life? Like, give me a from and a to. What's a from and a to situation that someone might say, I need to go get some of this pranic healing and take a look?
Usually, and I just speak from my own personal experience, a lot of my clients have tried every single other form of treatment with no results and no effect, and I'm usually like the last call at the end of the line. And I think a lot of that is just the public awareness of not actually understanding what we're doing. Most of my business has come from word of mouth, that people have good results, and the business builds up through word of mouth because people have had such incredible results with the treatment.
Nicole, when we say body, mind, spirit, please tell us what that really means here.
Specifically related to pranic healing, we're dealing with the physical body, so all kinds of physical ailments from sore muscles, sore joints, bronchitis, pneumonia, cancer. The mind aspect in terms of every single physical illness that there is has got a mental and an emotional component as well. And with those two coming in line, we can achieve a spiritual union and a connectedness through having all of those in sync.
Wow.
So with the pranic healing, we're working the body and the mind and allowing people to connect on a higher level outside of the actual physical and emotional body.
Okay. Nicole, for those people who don't believe, and I'm sure you find those people, and I'm curious to know, how do you deal with that? And is there a way? How do you convince somebody? Is there a way?
As long as I can get them in front of me, the rest is easy.
Well, but you're
Not
convincing.
always,
I've seen you.
yeah.
Well, because you live it. You read people right away, and you know whether. I call it authenticity. You know what I mean?
And it's an easy system to be authentic about because it works. And, you know,
amazing.
If it works, you know, there's nothing else to it. And I mean, I usually say to people, you know what, I'm not going to convince you. Come and have the session. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And literally, I've not had one person who's turned away and said, oh my gosh, that did nothing for me. They always get something out of it. And usually what they come in for and what they go out with are two completely different things.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. You know, I've had a lot of clients that have come in with lower back pain, and through the treatments, oh, by the way, I've stopped my antidepressants, or oh, by the way, I've started doing this and started doing that. So they're actually getting lifestyle changes and changes even bigger than what they came in with. And a lot of people, you know, come in for back pain and don't want to discuss that they're depressed. We pick it up in the system anyway and clear it out as an energy blockage or whatever.
What if you come in with back pain, but yet I want to resolve my nagging mother-in-law? What do you do with that? You don't have to answer that. Exactly. I'm not sure, but it seemed like a reasonable question.
You know what? Again, it's perceptions and tolerability, and all of those are thought forms. You can work with that, absolutely.
Yeah. I just love what you're talking about because to me, I want to suggest to you, in listening to you earlier, I think it's the essence of brink thinking. I think it's the essence, to me, of having your okay, for Malcolm now, I can only speak for me now, for this finish, but for me it starts with my mind, okay? And a healthy mind will produce to me my spirit, which is very important, and my body, which is controlled by these factors, you see. Is that anywhere in the ball field?
Absolutely. Oh. And with the training that I've done, for me, it was the scientific backing that actually hooked me in. For other people, they are more experiential and more heartfelt, and they just go, hey, this feels good, I want some more of it.
Amen.
So for me, personally, it was the intellectual hook-in that grabbed me because there was so much science and research that proved that the techniques worked. And thereafter, I felt the positive changes within my life, and then it really did feel good, but the original attraction was a mental attraction.
Nicole, this pranic healing goes back from the quick reading I read, and you were featured in a beautiful article in an editorial piece in a magazine, Positive Impact magazine, the one with Angelina Jolie on the cover here, and page 42, Pranic Healing, a kinder, gentler form of energy healing. And I read through it earlier to get a sense of what it is, and I was very impressed with what was being talked about here. And a great feature story on what you're doing. I think that it's an eye-opener. You know, it's an eye-opener. Again, I hate the term, and you know that out there, thinking outside of the box. Forget it. And I told Nicole that just before coming on camera, by the way, so she's well aware. I like to prefer, well, what I said to Nicole, I say to you, you know, don't have a box in your life. To hell with the, right or wrong?
Absolutely.
You have a box in your life?
Nope.
No way. Give me 5, girl. No boxes here. So we don't do boxes. So we do something different. All right, let's talk about, now I know pranic healing, it comes, I mean, thousands of years old. And at one time from reading about it here now, it was sort of laughed upon as, it's a funny joke kind of thing. And now it's sort of being bridged with all of these worlds, and which is, to me, very fascinating within the medical world and the psychology world and all of these various facets. And tell me a little bit about that and the book you've got here, and really the founder of some of this, or
The book here, Miracles Through Pranic Healing, is the introductory book that we do our initial training in. For people wanting to get into pranic healing, we actually teach them very simple techniques to be able to heal themselves and others. So even if somebody doesn't want to go out and be a healer by profession, they've still got tools and techniques to help with anxiety, to help with depression, to help the kid with a sore tummy. They've really got tangible tools that work, literally sometimes even within minutes, to actually create a positive effect. It was a system developed by Master Chua Kok Sui, who originated in the Philippines, a truly amazing man. From a very, very early age, he started studying a lot of the esoteric texts and basically took a system that's been around for thousands and thousands of years and put it into a package that is accessible to all of us. Because way back when, it was usually the high priests and very religious people that were a small percentage of the population that were sort of given this information. And what our goal is with pranic healing is to try and get as many different people from as many different walks of life doing this work, because it's empowering them, it's empowering their families, and part of the work that we're doing, we actually do a lot of blessings for Mother Earth, and we need to keep her energy up. We're living on this planet.
Living on the planet, and we need the planet here, don't we?
Sure.
All right, so I don't know if this is too much to ask or not. If I came into you, if Malcolm came into you tomorrow, and I just came into you because I heard about pranic healing, and I had an enormous amount of stress in my life. I don't really know the root of the stress. I know it's just all around me. I guess you call it bad karma, negative energy, right, so on and so forth, yeah. Is it too much to ask if you were to walk me through this a little bit? What would you do?
Absolutely.
I mean, if we tried to do, if we were to do a live treatment right here, if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Because you use your hands. Okay, so, and that's not slapping someone upside the head, right?
No.
Okay, guys, want to make sure of that in advance here, just so I know what I'm getting into here, man. So tell me what
That's
you
the big
would
thing
do.
with pranic healing is there's no physical touch. We
Okay.
are only working on the energy body.
Okay.
So in terms of dealing with somebody who's got a lot of stress, we use our hands to actually scan and find out where that stress is located.
Right.
One of the most common areas for stress is the solar plexus. And literally by scanning that area for stress, we can find out if there's too much stress energy concentrated in that area. And with really, really simple techniques, clear that stress out.
Now, so does this mean you'd have like pains in your abdomen
You
area
may not
here?
even, as discussed earlier, you know, somebody can manifest stress in their shoulder.
But it could
or
be
stress
here as well.
Absolutely.
Now, I've been, not to get off on a side tandem here of diagnosis, but sort of a diverticulitis, you know, which is really the intestines, and it's a sort of a oddity kind of thing, and you have to kind of live with this thing, but it kind of flares up every now and then, and sometimes they want to do surgery, some not. This could help, I assume.
Absolutely. And again, you know, scanning the energy body and the different chakras, there's certain chakras involved with the digestive system. We scan those chakras and we work those specific areas as well.
Okay.
So
how long does a treatment usually take?
usually, I would say between 45 minutes to an hour is a comfortable enough amount of time.
Okay.
Usually what happens is when the client comes in, they'll discuss what they need treated.
Okay.
Oftentimes, they get so much more than that. If we're picking up other imbalances in the system, we're working with that as well.
All right. I'll tell you what. I think what I need to do is get a real treatment from you on this here, because actually, all kidding aside, last week, and I actually feel pretty good today on top of my game back. Thank God. But I was having exactly that, the attack back in the abdomen area. It was really a problem, and it really knocks you down. The pain gets not the best, you know, and you have to deal with it, and it's not comfortable at all. So maybe that's something that can help me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I'll report. We'll do a show after the fact on it.
We'll do a feedback
and we'll see how
afterwards.
it. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. So in any event here. I love what you're doing, and I love the fact you are a bring thinker, that you've broken out of the norms, if you will, the average, and you're reaching higher. And it sounds to me like you help people. You said you still have a great clientele back in South Africa. You help remotely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pranic healing is energy, and energy follows intention. And as long as you can create an energetic connection, you can do the work.
Can you Skype and things like that?
Absolutely.
You can.
So normally what I do is I Skype, have a consult, create an energetic connection with that person,
Right.
do the treatment, and then I either email or Skype afterwards what we've picked up and
Yeah.
you know what we need
Well,
to
I
work
can.
with.
You definitely. You've got the goods for the energy, no question about it. Between the two of us, you could probably light up the room. But so we got a little bit of energy here, folks. I'm telling you. And two no box thinkers. That's kind of cool, anyways. Well, it's Nicole Fouché. Nicole Fouché. I love your last name too, by the way.
Thank
it's
you.
cool. Yeah, Fouché sounds well. Sounds like it might be South African. I like it. So, very good stuff. And it's amethyst-health.com is your website. Amethyst, pranic-health.com. You can see it on the site. And you're a wealth of knowledge, and I know you want to help people. So my guess is you'd be in tune to that if somebody wants to reach out further. Look into it and check out what Nicole's got to say. I just love this stuff. I love it when you can get original mind and a brain thinker on board and really understand and making the world a better place for all of us. And, you know, Nicole's made the leap. The only thing you have to ask yourself is, when are you going to make the leap?